Good morning, Captain.
Clear delivery NOS632 with the 80s request clearance.
NOS632, 86 clearance, Echo November Bravo Romeo, via Victor Echo Mike India 1 Delta transition, Alpha Tango Lima Alpha Papa departure runway 19 right, anthem as filed, climb to flight level 90, expect flight level 280 within 10 minutes after departure frequency is 126.05, squawk 3160, QNH 1015.
Clear to Echo November Bravo Romeo via Victor Echo Mike India 1 Delta transition Alpha Tango Lima Alpha Papa runway 19 right, climbing to flight level 90, expect flight level 280 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.05, squawk 3160, QNH 1015, NOZ632.
NOZ632. Read back correct. Contact ground control on 121.905.
Roger, 121.905, NOZ632.
Ground Scandinavian 864. Request start up and push back. Scandinavian 864. Start up and push back approved. Approved. Scandinavian 864.
Ground Scandinavian 864. Request start up and push back.
Scandinavian 864. Start up and push back approved.
Approved. Scandinavian 864.
Ground 6 Kilo Delta. Request startup and pushback.
6KD. Start up and push back approved.
Approved. 6 Kilo Delta.
Ground 805 is cleared of the runway. Request taxi to parking.
805. Taxi 5 Bravo 5 Tango Sierra Victor Uniform to Gate Mike 10.
Via Bravo 5 Tango Sierra Victor Uniform to Gate Mike 10805.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen. Tested. Navigation, transfer and display switches. Normal and auto. Window heat. Window heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments. Set.
Ground,
Parking
Scandinavian
brake.
802 is cleared off the runway. Request taxi to parking.
Scandinavian 802.
On.
Fuel control switches.
4 Mike November Kilo
Cut off.
Hotel Juliet Sierra.
Departure briefing. It will be a left
Alpha
seat
4
takeoff
Mike
from
November
Echo,
Kilo Hotel
November,
Juliet
Golf,
Sierra to gate 183
Mike,
Scandinavian
to Echo,
802.
November, Bravo, Romeo. The reported runway conditions are normal. Taxi route is per ATC instructions. We'll be departing on runway 19, Romeo, climbing via the departure procedures to an initial altitude of 9,000 feet. Standard reject and emergency procedures apply. Any questions? No. Completed. Pre-flight checklist complete.
Ground, Scandinavian 4-3 Charlie. Request startup and pushback.
Scandinavian 4-3C. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved, Scandinavian 4-3 Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vera, and I'm your chief flight attendant. The fasten seatbelt sign is on, so if you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position. If you are seated next to an emergency exit, please carefully
Ground
read the special instructions card
NOS632.
located
Request
by your
startup and
seat.
pushback.
If you do not wish to perform the
NOS632. Startup
functions
and pushback
described in the
approved.
event of an emergency,
Before start
please
checklist.
ask the
Flight deck
flight attendant
door.
to reseat you.
Closed and locked.
We remind
Fuel
you that this
4,
is a
8,
non-smoking flight.
7,
Smoking
9
is prohibited
kilograms.
on the entire aircraft,
Checked. Passenger
including
signs.
lavatories. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one
Passenger
of our flight
signs.
attendants. Thank you.
On. MCP. Speed. 169er. Heading 191. Altitude 9000. Set takeoff speeds V136.
Ground,
VR
Scandinavian 43 Charlie.
0.
Request startup and
V2
pushback.
149er.
Start up
Checked.
and push back approved.
CDU
Approved.
pre-flight.
Scandinavian
Completed.
43 Charlie.
Rudder and aileron trim. 3 and 0. Anti-collision lights. On. Before start checklist complete. Ground from cockpit. Go ahead. Ready for pushback. Connecting tug. I'll let you know when the pin's inserted.
Ground, Scandinavian 864. Request startup and pushback.
Scandinavian 864. Start up and push back approved.
Approved. Scandinavian 864.
Steering inserted, release parking brake. Starting push. Clear to start engines. Starting engine 2. Engine 2 started. Stopping pushback. Set parking brakes. Engine 2 cutout. Tow bar disconnected. See you on the left side with the pin. Have a great flight. Thank you. We'll look for you on the left side with the pin. Engine 1 started. Engine 1 cutout. All engines stable.
Scandinavian 43 Charlie. Request startup and pushback.
Scandinavian 43C. Start up and push back approved.
Approved. Scandinavian 43 Charlie.
taxi checklist. Generators. On. Probe heat. On. Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes. Auto brakes. Rejected takeoff. Flight control test. Full left. Full right. Full back. Full forward. Checked. After start checklist complete.
Ground NOS632. Request taxi.
NOS632. Taxi 5 Hotel Echo Papa November Alpha 9 at runway 19 right.
Via Hotel Echo Papa November Alpha 9 at runway 19 right. NOS632.
Ground Scandinavian 864. Request startup and pushback.
Scandinavian 864. Start up and pushback approved.
Approved. Scandinavian 864.
Ground SAS 252. Request taxi.
Scandinavian 252. Taxi 5 Alpha 5 Mike Hotel Delta to gate
Clear on the right.
77.
Via Alpha
Clear
5
on the
Mike
left.
Hotel Delta to gate 77 SAS 252.
Brake check. Brakes checked.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ground
now request
Scandinavian
full attention
9227. Request startup and pushback.
Scandinavian
When the
9227.
seatbelt
Start up
sign
and pushback
illuminates,
approved.
Approved.
fasten your
Scandinavian
Insert the
9227.
metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight, as we may experience turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases,
Ground
the nearest
933
exit
is clear
may
of the
be
runway.
behind you.
Request taxi to parking.
If we need to evacuate the
933.
aircraft,
Taxi 5
your
Bravo 5
regulator
Tango
will guide you
Juliet
towards
Sierra
the
to
exit.
gate 46.
Doors
Right,
can be
Bravo.
opened by
5 Tango
moving the
Juliet
handle in the
Sierra to gate
direction of the arrow.
46933.
Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide which may also be detached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the unlikely event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first, and then assist the other person. Keep your mask on until a uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, please assume the bracing position. If you hear, brace, 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 lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against your thighs. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Pass the straps around your waist and adjust at the front. To inflate
From the flight
vest,
deck, we wanted to
hold
welcome
firmly
you
on the red
aboard
cord
and thank you for
only
flying
when
with us
using
this
the
today.
aircraft.
We're anticipating an on-time departure. Just sit back and relax and we'll have you in the air shortly.
Use the whistle and light to attract attention. Also, your seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. You will find this and all the other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you. We strongly suggest you read it before takeoff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight.
Ground, Scandinavian 69er Julius is cleared of the runway. Request taxi to parking.
Scandinavian 69J. Taxi 5 Alpha 4 Kilo Hotel Kilo 2 to gate 178.
Via Alpha 4 Kilo Hotel Kilo 2 to gate 178 Scandinavian 69er Julius.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps. Z. Trim. Z. Takeoff checklist complete.
Ground, Scandinavian 83 Delta is cleared of the runway. Request taxi to parking.
Scandinavian 83D. Taxi 5 Bravo 5 Tango Sierra to parking position 171.
Via Bravo 5 Tango Sierra to parking position 171 Scandinavian 83 Delta.
NOS632. Contact tower on 120.1.
120.1.
Approaching runway 19 right.
Tower NOS632. Holding short, runway 19 right. Request departure.
NOS632. Hold your position.
Holding our position. NOS632.
Tower 403 on final. Request landing. Runway 01 left.
403. Clear to land runway 01 left. QNH 1015.
Clear to land. Runway 01 left. QNH 1015. 403.
NOS632. Line up runway 19 right.
Lining up runway 19 right. NOS632.
Before takeoff below the line checklist. Lights. On. Transponder.
Flight attendant,
Z.
please prepare for takeoff.
Below the line checklist complete. Cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
On runway 19 right.
NOS632. Wind 040 at 0. Runway 19 right. Cleared for takeoff. Good day.
Runway 19 right. Cleared for takeoff. NOS632.
Thrust set. Checked. Speed alive. Checked. 80 knots. Checked. V1 retained. Positive rate. Gear up.
Positive rate of climb.
Approaching runway 19 left.
400 feet. Laternal navigation.
NOS632.
LNAV on.
Contact
Approaching
departure
runway
on
19 left.
Vertical navigation.
126.05.
VNAV on.
126.05, NOS632. Departure NOS632.
Acceleration altitude.
Flight level 90.
NOS632. Radar contact.
Command A
Continue
on.
via the Victor Echo Mike India 1 Delta transition. Alpha Tango Lima Alpha Papa departure route. Climb to flight level 90.
Via Victor
VNAV
Echo
on.
Mike India 1 Delta transition. Alpha Tango Lima Alpha Papa departure. Climb into flight level 90. NOS632.
Flaps 1.
56C. Maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, Scandinavian 56C.
Flaps up. After takeoff checklist, engine start switches. Off, packs. On, auto brakes. Off, landing gear. Up and off, flaps. Up. After takeoff checklist complete.
NOS632. Climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200. NOS632.
Transition altitude. Checked.
Scandinavian 56C. Descend to 4000.
Descending to 4000. Scandinavian 56C.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Requesting flight level 220. NOS632.
NOS632. Climb to flight level 220.
Climb into flight level 220. NOS632.
NOS632. Turn to heading 300.
Heading 300. NOS632.
NOS632. Turn to heading 315.
Heading 315, NOS632.
NOS632. Contact Oslo on 120.72.
120.72, NOS632. Oslo, NOS632, passing flight level 160 for flight level 220.
NOS632, identified. Continue own navigation.
Roger, NOS632. Request direct, Alpha Tango Lima Alpha Papa, NOS632.
NOS632, clear direct to Alpha Tango Lima Alpha Papa intersection. Establish and maintain heading of 255.
Clear Alpha Tango Lima Alpha Papa intersection, heading 255, NOS632.
NOS632, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Climb and maintain flight level 280, NOS632. Request flight level 230, NOS632.
NOS632, climb to flight level 230.
Climbing to flight level 230, NOS632. Request flight level 220, NOS632.
NOS632, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, NOS632.
Oslo Center, Widerøe 2 Tango Quebec, at flight level 180.
Widerøe 2 TQ, identified.
Approaching top of descent. Descent checklist. Pressurization. Set. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes. Set. Landing data. Checked. Navigation aids. Set. Heads-up display. Checked. Approach briefing. We're expecting the ILS approach for runway 17. The minimum altitude is 200 feet. We'll use auto brakes too. We can expect to park at gate 27. In case of go around, we'll climb for ATC instructions on the runway heading. Any questions? No. Completed. Descent checklist complete. From the flight deck we've started our descent and expect to arrive at the gate in 20 to 25 minutes. It's been a pleasure having you on board with us today, and we look forward to seeing again on a future flight.
NOS632.
NOS632. Expect Papa Echo Sierra Uniform 3 November arrival route. Expect ILS. Whiskey approach runway 17. Transition Golf India Lima Victor Alpha. Descend to flight level 210.
Papa Echo Sierra Uniform 3 November. Expect ILS Whiskey approach runway 17. Transition Golf India Lima Victor Alpha. Descend into flight level 210. NOS632.
NOS632. Contact centered on 125.55.
125.55. NOS632. Mode up NOS632. Passing flight level 220 for flight level 210.
NOS632 identified. NOS632 descend to flight level 110.
Descend into flight level 110. NOS632.
NOS632. Good Papa Echo Sierra Uniform 3 November arrival. Expect ILS. Whiskey approach runway 17. Transition Golf India Lima Victor Alpha.
Papa Echo Sierra Uniform 3 November. Expect ILS Whiskey approach runway 17. Transition Golf India Lima Victor Alpha NOS632.
NOS632. Descent 8,500. QNH 1012.
Descend into 8,500 QNH 1012 NOS632.
NOS632. Contact approach control on 126.1.
126.1 NOS632. Approach control NOS632. Passing flight level 130 for 8,500.
NOS632. Clear Papa Echo Sierra Uniform 3 November arrival route. Expect ILS. Whiskey approach runway 17. Transition Golf India Lima Victor Alpha.
Papa Echo Sierra Uniform 3 November. Expect ILS Whiskey approach runway 17. Transition Golf India Lima Victor Alpha NOS632.
NOS632. Descent of 6,500 QNH 1012.
Descend into 6,500 QNH 1012 NOS632.
NOS632. Slow to 220 knots.
Slowing down to 220 NOS632.
Glide slope alive. Passing 10,000 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their still upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is placed
Widow
underneath the
3KX,
seats in front of you
maintain
and
present
unable to
altitude.
move.
Present altitude.
Thank
Widow
you.
3 kilo X-ray.
NOS632, descent of 6,500.
Descending to 6,500, NOS632.
Widow 3KX, climb to 6,000.
Climbing to 6,000. Widow 3 kilo X-ray.
NOS632, descent to 2,000.
Descending to 2,000, NOS632.
VNAV on. Transition altitude checked.
Widerup 6AN, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, Widerøe 6 Alpha November.
Speed brake armed.
NOS632, cleared ILS, Whiskey approach runway 17, transition Golf India Lima Victor Alpha.
ILS Whiskey approach runway 17, transition Golf India Lima Victor Alpha NOS632.
Widerup 6AN, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, Widerøe 6 Alpha November.
NOS632, descend to 2000.
Descend into 2000 NOS632.
NOS632, turn right heading 260.
Right turn to heading 260 NOS632.
Approach mode on.
Widerup 6AN, climb to 7000.
Climbing to 7000, Widerøe 6 Alpha November.
NOS632, turn left heading 215.
Left turn to heading 215 NOS632.
NOS632, cleared to intercept tower, frequency is 122.1.
Final approach speed, tower 122.1 NOS632.
Speed brake armed.
NOS632, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Slowing down to 200 NOS632.
VNAV on.
Tower NOS632 on final runway 17.
NOS632, slow to final approach speed, QNH 1012, clear to land runway 17.
Landing checklist. Engine start
1012,
switches.
Clear to land runway 17 NOS632.
Continuous. Speed brake. Speed brake armed. Landing gear. Down. Flaps. Set. Landing checklist complete. Cabin crew prepare for landing.
2500.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
Approaching runway 17.
Minimums.
$100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes out. Reverse thrust. Manual braking.
NOS632. Gate is left. Contact ground control on
3,000 feet remaining.
121.9 at NOS632.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fastened seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gates and that it is safe for you to move about. At this time, you may use your cellular phones if you wish.
Ground
Please check around your seats for any
NOS632 is
personal
cleared off the
belongings
runway.
you may
Request
have
taxi
brought
for
on board
parking.
with you, and please be cautioned when opening the overhead
Taxi
bin,
5
as
Alpha
heavy
7 Yankee
articles
to
may
Terminal
have
1
shifted
Gate.
around during the flight.
Via Alpha 7
If you
Yankee to
require
Terminal 1
deplaning
Gate
assistance, please remain in
NOS632.
your seat until all other passengers have deplaned. One of our crew members will then be pleased to assist you. On behalf of myself, Vera, and the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again soon. Have a nice day. you.